Well, here we are in Heavy Light, the last piece of the DVD. And this is one of my favorites. Usually if I'm watching this one, I think it's my favorite. And then if I look at fiber bundles, I think that one's my favorite. It's whichever of those two I happen to be watching. And I think personally, I tend to gravitate towards the electronic sounds, light-based animation. Not that I dislike in any way the acoustic stuff or physically based things like Pipe Dream's a lot of fun. I just think, sort of my taste a little bit. But it's interesting. It seems that there's sort of two very broad categories of our audience as far as their preference, and it's those two things. There's the people, the younger crowd, for example, Andrew, really likes things that have lots of lights and electronic stuff, robots and lasers and stuff like that. And then there's sort of the other group of people that really prefers more of the acoustic instruments, or at least things that are more physically based. They bounce around like under the influence of gravity or whatever. And so we actually really enjoy doing both and hope to continue doing both, although it's certainly been discussed that we may sort of fork at some point into maybe doing a couple of different lines of DVDs, one being a little bit more of the electronic, modern, techno music, more rock, more, lasers and robots and stuff like that, and have a different line that's perhaps more acoustic, more physically based, maybe more some more classical stuff, and of course it can split to an arbitrary number of different categories like that. But for now, I think we enjoy sort of the eclectic, sort of collection of all kinds of different things all mixed in there together, and there's something there for everyone, I guess. Or since I'm kind of a pessimist, I like to say there's something there for everybody to dislike, but hopefully there's something there for everybody to like too. Anyway, this animation is kind of cool in that this is the one that we actually had 4 different people involved in. The background was again done by Eric Chauvin, which is beautiful. I just love the mood that it creates and how it blends in with the models. And the modeling was a shared effort. Dave did, as always, the sort of intricate details of all the instrument components and all that stuff. But the outer structure was modeled by Steve DeFaze, which came out gorgeous, I think. And Steve's specialty in this project, he was involved in 2 or 3 different animations, was kind of the more symmetrical stuff. And see if you can guess which other animation he did the background modeling for, if you think back on the different ones, which is the one that's also very symmetrical, very organized, sort of, I think, reflects his personality to some extent. Steve's someone I've known for over 20 years. Actually was a friend of mine back in high school days, so it was really cool to be able to collaborate with him on this project too. So we had, Dave and I, as well as Steve and Eric. And also, early on in this project, we were working a little bit with Inee Oken, who is a fantastic artist. I love her work, and I just called her up one day and said, hey, do you want to work on Animusic 2 at all? And she thought that was really cool, and we did some sort of initial brainstorming stuff, and she did some consulting and advising and whatever. And that was really cool. You can see some of her concept art for a couple of our animations in the slideshows, in the bonus material. Another plug for the bonus material, lest you've forgotten it's there. Just a little paranoid that nobody ever looks at it. Maybe we should just not put it there. I wonder if anyone would know. Let me tell you a little bit about Animusic as a company. I mean, it's funny because there's sort of a couple of misconceptions out there. One is the sort of the myth that Animusic is Wayne Lytle, and it's something that I do on my spare time on the weekends on a laptop, and it's real easy and quick, and I do it for fun in my spare time. And then there's the sort of the other extreme, where we're in this big office building with multiple floors and different departments. There's the shipping department and accounting and IT and everything, and it's definitely neither of those two extremes. It's actually, the core production team is Dave and I, And we're absolutely full-time and then some as far as, working on this stuff. We don't have day jobs, and this is our day job. And thanks to you and the people who have bought this, this is something that we can do full-time and dedicate all of our brains to. I cannot express enough how much we appreciate that, because there's nothing, at least speaking for me, there's nothing I'd rather do than make these things. So we really appreciate everybody who's bought our stuff and all the great feedback we've been getting. Please continue to send us feedback. We all look at it. It's distributed around to the whole production team and a number of other people, and we love to hear from you. And so please continue giving us your feedback. We really appreciate the encouragement that we've gotten from everybody over the years. And thanks again very much. Wayne Lytle signing off. Enjoy.